People wonder if you can get fitter as you age, and the answer is absolutely yes. While I'm not going to be setting any world records anytime soon, I do stand out in a crowd of 32-year-olds for my fitness, my energy, and my ability to learn new things quickly. So what's the secret? It's simple. I've spent 10 years slowly and progressively improving my daily habits. I train basic, heavy movements at a high intensity for a short duration, 1 to 2 times a week in order to get stronger. I train flexibility the same way, with short, intense stretching sessions done relatively infrequently, with a focus on building strength and control through the end range of motion.
I build an aerobic base by going on slow jogs and hiking. The low intensity allows me to do this a bit more frequently. These activities give me an ever-growing base of fitness that I can apply to my 2 main active hobbies.
And I like to do complex sports like climbing, which demands strength, mobility, and a bit of creativity.
Climbing at the gym and on real rocks is fun as hell, and it forces me to work on fear and stress management as I consistently confront the fear of falling. Also, it forces me to spend time outside and with friends, which are 2 very important components of healthy living in general that are hard to prioritize these days.
Nice.
I go freediving, which is basically just extreme snorkeling, where you dive underwater while holding your breath. This incorporates breath control, aerobic and anaerobic fitness, meditation to slow your heart rate and oxygen consumption, and just general confidence, stress, and fear management. This balances the yang of climbing and weightlifting with a bit more yin. Also, it lets me see amazing things out in nature.
These activities keep me constantly learning and challenged physically and mentally.
I also sometimes practice handstands even though they're completely pointless. But I think that any sort of movement that captivates you is better than another 15 minutes spent on the couch.
I try to get at least 8 hours of sleep every night because sleep is the cornerstone of health, and everything I do while I'm awake benefits from it. The exercise I do during the day helps me get to sleep, and the better I get at breath holds and breath control during long distance running, the less I snore at night and the better I sleep. I consistently try to experiment in order to improve my diet by finding foods that better suit me. Right now I focus on eating whole foods that I evolved to digest well, like plants, animals, and fungi. I try to avoid non-food snacks that were invented quite recently. That's not necessarily the right answer for you, but I'm always open to new ideas and improvements.
I try to spend some time outside every single day. Sometimes I get this free from jogging or climbing, but if not, I'll just try to go on a brief walk. Feeling the sun on my skin and breathing fresh air feels so good. I think it makes me happier, and I think it helps me sleep better.
But of course I didn't start all of these habits all at once. That never would have worked. All of these aspects of strength, flexibility, sleep, nutrition, energy for recovery, they're all interrelated in ways that are more subtle than we understand. You can't just crank all of these dials up all at once. I slowly build up these habits day by day, week by week, for a decade. And I don't do all of these things all the time. I still eat out and drink beer on occasion. Sometimes I stay up too late or I miss a workout. But I aim for 80% compliance on my good habits so that the short-term fun activities don't become long-term bad habits. And this is all still just a work in progress. I'm going to keep learning and adapting these habits as I age. The moment you think you know it all is the moment you stop growing.
The activities that I do aren't the only way you can get fit. The key is finding activities that fit you and your lifestyle that you like enough to actually do. Because none of these will change your life if you just do them once. So this jack-of-all-trades approach has definitely made me a master of none. But I can honestly say that at age 32, I feel stronger, fitter, and just generally happier in my life than I did a decade ago. So you might be thinking, but John, I already know all of this. This stuff is obvious. Exercise, sleep, nutrition, diet, stress management. These are just the fundamentals of healthy living. Everyone already knows this. Any doctor would recommend these things. Yep, there are no secret hacks when it comes to healthy living. It's just actually following through on the basics, consistently, day after day, for years. But how many of your peers are actually following through on this? Are you? If not, why not? What's holding you back? It's an unfortunate truth that knowing without doing is indistinguishable from not knowing at all. So that's how I train and move to improve my life. Because a healthy body is the literal foundation to a healthy mind and a happy life. Subscribe if this motivates you. I've got plenty of educational content coming up. Thanks, have a great day, you legends.